That's the craziest thing ever, though, for real. Because it's like, you sitting back and this whole uh, uh, democratic or Christian mindset is, that whole woe is me. You know, you got, people, oh, it ain't no jobs out here, it ain't no jobs out here. But then once the immigrants come in, work Dollar General, work McDonald's, live together, save up their money, and capitalize on the opportunity. The first thing a lot of blacks will say, man, they come and taking our jobs. They come and taking our jobs. Meanwhile, I'm in a different tax bracket. They won't even give me no food stamps, you know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of folks who getting food stamps, right? Eating good. And they ain't working for it. And so they probably feeling like, yeah, this is the type of system for me. But not realizing it's going to hurt you in the long haul. And it's going to hurt your people in the long haul. Because you're used to somebody feeding you. Like the old saying goes, you know what I'm saying? You catch a fish for a man, he eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he can eat for life. So many people that are stuck on that Democratic plantation, they sitting back like, yo, they loving it. They in on the American dream, and many of them don't even know it. In other words, they entitled, they got their hand out, and they're spoiled. And they want it to stay that way. And therefore they're not leaving the Democratic plantation. You know what I'm saying? And so just to sum things up, majority rule. 51% of the people want doggone hamburger, 49% want pizza. So that means everybody have to doggone eat. Doggone what the 51% people eating? So if 51% want a pizza, 49% want a hamburger, that means everybody got to eat pizza because majority rule. Just to sum up the Democratic Party. But the whole Republican Party, 99% of the people can't take away the rights of that 1%. And then you have the Brown versus the Board of Education. Meaning originally we were conservative. But then the game changed. And so now here we are. Oh, my grandmama was a Democrat. Oh, my mama was a Democrat, so now I got to do it. So I'm going to be loyal to that. And we got to twist it, man. We got to twist it. So, like I say, this is crazy. My whole thing is, a lot of time when I talk about the Democratic Party, I try to get people to see that whether you Republican or Democratic, the whole message I ever tried to convey is what we have to do for ourselves as a race. If you think about it, we call ourselves men, but we don't feed ourselves. How many of your homeboys or homegirls are farmers? So who feed us? Where do we get our food from? What did they put in our food? Where do we get our food from? And I'm saying that to say that if we don't feed ourselves and we got to depend on another race, we're going to always be slaves for that reason. Right? They're keeping Africa destabilized for a reason, man. Africa got all of the spices, the gold, the diamonds, the oil, all of the natural resources, and Africa don't need no other continent or country for nothing because everything is there in Africa. But these colonizers won't allow them to tap into their resources because they're being robbed for all of their raw material. You know what I'm saying? So we sitting back living in the lap of luxury over here in America, and we're distracted. We've been spoon-fed, we spoiled. Many of us, not all of us, but many of us just sitting back, chilling. It's rest haven. Rest haven. If the Democratic Party allowed me to sit back and have a socialist mentality, meaning, okay, if John Doe just got a $1,000 check, I want a $1,000 check. But what if John Doe busts his behind to earn a $1,000 check? If John Doe busts his behind to earn a $1,000 check, why do you feel entitled that you should get a $1,000 check when you didn't bust your behind? That's my problem with this whole Democratic mindset, especially from these young folks. The older folk, they for the Democratic Party, because if the Democratic Party didn't do nothing else, they passed the Civil Rights Bill. That was big back during their time. That was big for their time, that they got the Civil Rights Bill passed, you know? But if you ask, okay, what the Democratic Party did after that, don't tell me no damn Obamacare. Don't tell me. Like, come on, man. It's like, that's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? So, again, man, that whole socialist mindset, if I sit back and bust my behind, right? Hold tight. Like I was saying, if I sat back and bust my behind to study for a test and I aced the test, then I earn my A. But if you sit back and you didn't study for the test, why do you feel entitled to get an A? So this is the mindset, man. A lot of people done got comfortable. They chilling. Right now, oh, it ain't no jobs. They don't want to work the jobs. That's the truth. It is jobs. They don't want to work them. They don't want to go and do what it takes and what's necessary. You can go and earn CDLs. I don't want to drive no truck. This is how spoiled we become and how entitled we become. This is why I refer to a lot of black folks as clones. This is why I refer to them as clones. Because what the oppressor and colonizer used to do to us, we now do it to ourselves. We now do it to ourselves. Right? So if they used to beat us and unalive us, we now do it. If they used to mistreat us and disrespect us, we now do it to ourselves. We are our own worst enemy, and then we thinking that some political party is going to save us. When in actuality, that Democratic plantation, listen, all I can tell you is you have to pay attention to millions and millions of dollars that they done put behind this candidate that's out here. I don't trust it one bit. I just don't trust it one bit. It don't sit right. It go against all of what we say we stand for. If you got God, the Lord, the man, the woman, and the child, and that was the biblical structure, we've gotten away from it. Right now, it's like, okay, we're going to put their women over them. And that's how it's been for like the last 50, 60 years. We're going to put their women over them. Even the last Black Panther movie showed, you know, the woman is the Black Panther now. Where's the man? So y'all don't respect the men anymore? Well, somebody is pulling strings. Somebody's pulling strings. Somebody made Joe step down. Joe didn't want to step down. Somebody made Joe step down, and they put that female up there. And nobody's seen any of this. It's a lot of lying going on. You barely could get the, like, man, listen, red flag. When a lot of people don't get politics, so they don't know the difference between socialism and capitalism. They don't know the difference. But if I go out and I work hard and study for the test and I earn an A, then I earn my A. If you didn't study hard and you get an F, then that's what you get. And that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? If I go out here and bust my behind, work 2 or 3 jobs to have something and to get in on American Dream, then, hey, there it is. If you didn't, what make you feel entitled and that you deserve anything? Someone is definitely pushing an agenda. Now, a lot been coming out lately about what's been going on in Hollywood. A lot of weird stuff been going on in Hollywood. Meaning, you know, a lot of these celebrities, been taking advantage of the youngsters. The children been taking advantage of the women. And it's a big old monster behind that. The ones that are getting caught, those are the small people that's on the list. They're at the bottom of the totem pole. Oh, it's some higher ups that's pulling strings. And the reason I say that because I remember when VP Harris went over to Africa, over to Kenya, to try to get them as a country, to allow for the LGBT community to exist. And they like, listen, we don't subscribe to that. Like, that's not how we do things around here. That like goes against nature, and that goes against our culture and our principles. And she, we dealing with like a homeless crisis over here. We got affordable houses conditions, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we dealing with a lot over here. The borders, and that's just to name a few, meaning we got some real issues that we're facing over here in the United States of America. For her to go out of her way to say, you know what, let's go over there to try to get them to, accept the LGBT community. And listen, we got our own fight over here to fight, and that's a red flag within itself. It says a lot, meaning You know, while we dealing with the issues we dealing with, you over there busy trying to, and you didn't go to Saudi Arabia with that. You didn't, because you knew it wasn't going to work. You didn't go to Iran. You didn't go over there to try to get them to do it because you know there'd be consequences. You know, but that says a lot because this agenda that's being pushed, you know, if you know, feel, okay, I can win over those voters because we divided. You got the alphabet community, they're their own community. You got this sisterhood, all right, where the women are separated, and you know, it's in the Western world, they don't respect the men. A lot of them don't, and they got their own thing going, their tribal thing going. And then now, you know, to bring in, you know, the immigrants or the migrants, you know, boom. Once you bring them in, you know what I'm saying. Now you could basically, you know, replace a lot of the black voters, and I mean, all of the signs point to just that. You know what I mean? So now, you know, the ones that are ignorant, okay, it's okay to keep them because they just gonna vote blue no matter what. You can be P. Diddy, you can be R. Kelly, you can be Harvey Weinstein running for dog on the Democratic Party, and they're just gonna vote just because it's blue. They don't know any better out of ignorance. But now I'm saying this because, I mean, listen guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I say, hey, good luck.